morning, everybody. The joy of driving to work after doing an afternoon late shift. Go home, sleep for a little while, then going back to work in the morning. You know, I went home at like 10, 11 yesterday, went to sleep, and now I'm back again on the road. Yeah, it is what it is. I know healthcare is one of those few industries that allow their workers to do this, you know. Shift workers, man, the joy of being a shift worker. Sometimes I wish they do it like America, you know. They have 12 hours shift instead of 8 hours shift like us. So you only need 2 staff for every day, you know. A morning staff and then afternoon/night staff. But then again, I don't want to do night shift, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, it's a joy of being a shift worker. Sorry, my brain's a bit laggy this morning, so I might not be very articulate, but I'm committed to making this video daily thing a habit, because yeah, it just warms my nervous system up before I go to work, and I feel like it's helping me. Who knows? Only time will tell. A thought came to me last night as I was about to go to sleep. You know, I think about this quite often, and that is male suicide. And I think about my own situation as well. What drove me to doing such thing? I know it's a pretty heavy topic to talk about and to think about before you go to sleep, but yeah, I think about it quite often because it's something that I've dealt with personally. And there's one thing that I got out of this, and that is, men today, they are too afraid of opening up. They're too afraid of being vulnerable because of society, how we have conditioned our men to be. And keep in mind though, our society has changed. We don't live in the 30s anymore. We don't live in the 50s anymore, in which men are expected to be the breadwinner of the house, and we're meant to be more financially powerful than women, and we don't hold the same power as women anymore. And I'm not saying this as if I'm complaining. I'm just stating a fact. Our society has changed. The gender role of women and men has changed in our society, and we cannot live in the past anymore. And so this means that in the past, right, men, you know, we go to war, we support the whole family, we go to work while women stays at home. That's not the case anymore. Now women, they can go to university, they can get a degree. They are more well educated than men. They make more money than men in some circumstances. So yeah, the social landscape has changed, and so I don't think it makes sense for men to be this stoic, emotionless robot. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying that men back then are emotionless robots, but the expectations need to change, because we're not like that anymore, you know. Men are not the sole breadwinner in the family anymore. Sometimes the woman is more powerful than the man in a household, and we have to be okay with that. We have to accept that, you know, because things have changed. And with me and some other men, they can't take this, you know. They they still think that men needs to be this sort of emotionally unavailable, people who cannot react to events in their lives. They cannot possess these emotions other than happiness, determination, and like all these masculine emotions. We are humans after all. And the thing about telling men to speak up and to open up is that they're never gonna do it. They're never gonna do it. You try telling a man in your life, hey, do you need help with anything? If you ever feel down, come talk to me. What kind of bullshit is that? You tell a man that, and he's gonna think some sort of way. He's gonna think, this dude doesn't respect me. He thinks I'm weak. I don't need help from him. I'm not gonna open up. That's bullshit. I'm not gonna open up to my people. I'm not gonna tell them what's bothering me. They're not gonna do that. Do you know how to get a man to open up? Do you know what took me to open up? What took me to open up was seeing the people in my life opening up to me. You have to lead by example. And this is something I learned from my youth camp. When I went to that youth camp for a week and we didn't use any mobile phone, I learned that leadership is showing the people what you would like them to do. Lead by example. You can't just tell people, hey, if you have a problem, come to me. I've experienced this at work. Like people always walking past me and say, Bob, do you need some help? I can help you. If you need anything, just let me know. Like I'm not gonna do that. And I know I should, but the thing that gets people to do the things that you want them to do is you have to lead by example. And our leaders, our coordinators at the youth camp said this: we will never make you do something that we're not comfortable doing. So all of the leaders there at the camp, they all led by example first, such as going up and delivering a speech, or sharing something vulnerable about themselves. They all did that first before they ask us to share something about ourselves. And I think that's good advice. You need to lead by example. So I'm on here, I'm sharing my thoughts, I'm sharing my emotions. This is so unfair that girls, they can be allowed to feel all these emotions, whereas men, we were told to, you gotta, you cannot show emotions. That's bullshit to me. We're all humans after all, and shit happens. Bad things happen to us on a daily basis as well. Why aren't we allowed to express our emotions? And I'm not to say to be completely consumed by your emotions and not be in control of a situation. I'm just saying we need to normalize men feeling anger, frustration, sadness, because we are humans. Anyways, yesterday while I was at work, there were 3 other dudes on, and people keep mistaking us for one another. People start calling me Jeff. People start calling me Russell, because those guys, I'm gonna be honest, they look pretty similar to me. We're from the same ethnicity background, like we're all Asians. We all wear glasses. I have longer hair, we all have black hair and everything. In the past, I would have been really triggered by this. I would have thought about, hey, my identity is being lost. This is the corporate mindset, how everybody becomes a little cock in the machine and everybody becomes the same. Like I would go down that path down that rabbit hole of overanalyzing and thinking things, like taking things too personally. I would have gone down that path in the past. But now I realize it's not really a big deal, So what? We look similar, people mistake me for another person. It's not like I'm losing my identity. I'm still my own person. Because now I have this deep sense of security within myself, within my own identity, and I no longer get bothered by that. But people have been mistaking us because we tend to hang out together, and that's why. It's not like they are deliberately trying to be racist or I don't know. Sometimes it's just that people are similar, and in a group setting, you two or you three get mistaken. They're not trying to target you or harm you in any way. Anyways, I'm nearly at work now, so I'll end the video. Thanks once again for watching my stupid videos. I hope you're well. Stay strong. God bless, and I'll see you another time.